This is quite the random assortment on my desk, and I am super excited to tell you about it. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Rebecca, and I am here for day 10 of my witchy journals, and as you can tell by the look of it, today's gonna be a bit different. So I have a couple things here that I want to talk about and do in my journals. And since we're doing 1 month in my witchy journals, I wanted to take you with me. And this right here is why I always grant myself the permission to say, I'm not sure about a video today. Because every time I've said that and I've lifted the pressure, I've ended up doing a video. So I'm okay with this. So I'm gonna shift the things aside and get this set up so we can actually get cracking. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so there's 2 things here I want to do with you today in my journals. And the first one is I want to look at my dailies. Oh, I put that in the wrong page. I can't remember if I mentioned it in a video that I filmed or if it was a video that I started to film and nixed. But I've been feeling like I'm still wanting to bring the things together. And so I'm going to go with that as much as I feel like it at the time. I have a feeling that just slowly over time, as I learn how to integrate all the things I want into one book, and as I process through the guilt I have, which is stupid, about having one book, because that would mean I would fill it really fast. And like, it's my money. If I want to spend it on journals, that's nobody else's business. I feel like it'll be a slow building up thing. We'll see. Like, future Rebecca could check in on this and maybe let us know how it turned out, but I don't know right now. So some of the things that I know right now that I want to integrate into this book are the moon and my daily tarot draw, the one where I tend to reflect. That's the one I did do in here. Oh, not that one. That's this one that I was doing in here, where I would write my card and I would, at the end of the day, reflect. And this is that's my ongoing tarot study that I've been doing for over a year. So I want to have that, and as I said, the moon. Now, the thing with the moon is, I know a lot of people work with the moon. As I mentioned, or I think I've mentioned, I am a Cancer rising sign, which means my whole chart is ruled by the moon. And I happen to be born on a full moon. It's one of my favorite witchy things to say. It makes me feel so super cool. And my moon was in the 4th house, which is very connected to the kind of energy of the moon and of Cancer. And so there's lots of things that point to, for me, the moon being extremely important. I've been told by 3 separate astrologers to follow the moon and to see how I feel throughout the moon phases. And I've done this before in several journals. So that's what I added for today. This is today. I drew the moon phase, and that's the moon thing I want on my daily page. I want the moon because when I lost putting the moon on this page, I didn't know where the moon was, what phase it was in, unless it was a full or new, and I'm not okay with that. So I drew the moon. It's in Libra. I wrote, the moon remains in Libra today. It is waxing to full. It brings out how our emotions feel and respond to consideration, fairness, and harmony. So, and this is the part that connects me to the second thing I want to do. So the first thing is I want to I want to try a day a page in my journal. I don't care if it makes me use my journals fast. Journaling is extremely important to me. This is like my main spiritual thing. So I grabbed out one of my old books for us to test out some ideas, which I do a lot. This is where I've tested out. This was a day on one page that I did. I tested that out, and I don't think I want to do it quite that style because I don't like, even though I do tend to end up with space here, I don't like constricting how I write my dailies. So I don't want to do that. And this is where, like, see, I did this for a while, all on one page, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to test out some things. I'm going to put this on speed up and draw out some potential layouts and check back in with you in a minute. Turns out I don't think I need to do multiple different setups because I like the first one I tried. So let me hold that up because it's in pencil. So I've got my date at the top like normal, and there's 3 things I want to have the ability to do on my daily pages. So 1 is put the moon, 2 is my tarot card, then to leave it open and be able to add my little side doodles like this if I feel like it for when like big things going on in my daily, which I can do here. And then the cool part is at the end of my day, if I have any space left at the bottom, I can do a line and I can journal about how my day went. That is the daily I'm going to try. So in day 11's video, you will see this set up because I'll set that up tonight and I will film that. So that's what I'm going to try for that. Now, the other thing that this brought up that I want to try is, as I was saying here, this moon. I really love doing tarot readings every day. And I found it hard, besides my daily card, which this is my daily card, by the way. I found it hard to find a tarot practice that I work and stick to. Like, I really loved the Astro View, but I just wasn't, I feel like that was maybe a little bit too complicated, and it just wasn't quite hitting that sweet spot. So when I was doing this, what I did was to like look at the energy. I found from my Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmin Blonde, or Yasmin Boland, sorry, not Blonde. I pulled out the Wax and Crescent card because that's what the moon is today. And then I pulled out from my Heavenly Bodies astrology deck, and I pulled out the Libra card. And it was at this point that I started to get my idea. So I pulled out the house 4, which is where my Libra moon house is. So, or the house of my Libra sign is house 4. So I want to try using this as a daily reading. I feel it feels like a really good idea. I'm super excited because it allows me to use decks that I love. It allows me to journal, and it has me tracking the moon, which is a super important thing. I'm going to just tuck these up for a minute, which is a super important thing for me to do. So I'm just going to freeform this. I'm going to write my title across, and then I'll do this reading with you guys, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I was looking at this and I was wondering, how am I framing this? Am I doing questions? I don't know. I think this time, so I pulled out the book for the Oracle deck. And it has an attune to the moon part, which is I'm focused on what I want. So I think this time, I'm going to work with the attunement, at least while I'm trying this out and seeing how it feels. I really think this could be a practice that I love and do consistently. So I'm going to use the attunement. I'm focused on what I want. So, and then in my head, I'll be thinking, okay, so what do I want for harmony? What harmony do I want? And then for the house 4, what peace and comfort do I want? What roots do I want? And I'm not intending at this moment to write down the questions. I'm intending it more similar to like how Boho Tarot, how Dawn Michelle does it freeform at Boho Tarot. I will link her channel up above. So that's what I'm going to try, and I'll show you in a few minutes, whenever, how that ended up. So I am all done. I did end up leaving it free form. But I wanted to make sure I indicated what cards I got. I'm going to put in here, I'm just going to add up here so I know what the moon was. The moon was in Libra. I'll add that more intentionally tomorrow because I think I'm going to try this for a while. So I have the date, which I'm also going to do smaller. I wrote what the attune to the moon part is. I'm focused on what I want. I pulled my cards. I got 4 of Pentacles for the Libra. What harmony do I want? And the 7 of Pentacles for what roots do I want? Isn't it funny that for the what roots do I want, I got a card that's very planted and the symbolism's impeccable. So, and I wrote my message down, and I don't feel like reading this whole thing. And so the part where was talking about the 4 of Pentacles was up here. And I indicated that by making sure I left space to draw 4 Pentacles. And then I did the same here for the 7 Pentacles. Now this one is wonky. We're just, oh well. Because I do have a Polaroid zip, but I'm not okay with using that every day because there's a lot of waste, non-recycled waste that generates that I don't feel 100% okay with, especially when I like drawing and doodling so much. So that's it. We figured out a daily together, and we tried a new reading, and it feels pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with this. I like that it's a page, but it's not so cramped. We'll see how this goes. This feels really good. Oh, but I did want to tell you that after I wrote it, I wrote myself a couple of reflection / journaling questions that I could work on later, like what can you do to give to them and connect, which relates to what I was saying about the roots here. And where are you off balance, which relates to what I was saying about my Four of Pentacles. So based on this, I gave myself a couple questions to connect and to think about. I'm hoping that this and the way I wrote, talking about my feelings, which drives me so much being a Cancer rising sign, talking about my feelings and connecting with my feelings and how they are with the moon, I'm hoping that will get some creative juices and motivation flowing for some other ideas to come up. So there we go. That is it for today. I'm going to leave it here. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification. And I hope you will join me. If you would like to book a reading with me, I reopened from vacation mode my Etsy shop. I've removed the physical items because it's not where my heart is. It's just not. Like, I love doing it, especially when I can give people gifts, but it's not what I'm continually motivated to do. So I removed the physical items. Currently there's 2 readings. I'm planning on adding some more today while I do some work. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I have tons of ideas for readings. Working with this combination of decks specifically. This combination of decks, it just sings for me. So I've got those. So I've got my Etsy shop will be linked down below along with my Patreon. I have gained a couple. I've gained 2 new patrons recently. So I'm up to 4, and I just want to say to my patrons who are watching this, thank you so much. I'm so incredibly grateful. So if you want to join us, check it out in the description box. It's not too late to join. It's early enough in the month that if you join at the correct level, you'll get to join the live Witchy Hangout on Zoom that I will be hosting for my patrons. I'm so excited. Anyways, have a great day, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.